Greetings everyone! In this video I want to talk about relationships.
Greetings! This infinite source truth is made possible by the generous contributions and support of viewers like you. Please consider making a contribution now. Thank you.
Now, in this video I want to talk about relationships and how they can affect you. Many people at this point in time are going through relationship breakups, and they are becoming over emotional over those breakups. You need to grasp this information I'm going to share with you. Yes, you can feel sad. You have emotions. You need to acknowledge those emotions, work through them, and deal with them. Something that is deep at the core of many relationships is the fear of being alone. You feel as though you need another relationship, another person, whether they're soulless or source, to complete you. And that is a lie that you are feeding to yourself in your own mind. Now, yes, love can hurt. Yes, love can hurt. Especially if you love something or someone else and they do not return it. If it's a one-way street. Anything that's a one-way street in this illusionary matrix game is never beneficial. There should always be a flow, a two-way exchange. Always. Should never ever be going just one way. What could be the reason for some of these relationships falling off? Okay. As you raise your frequency, there is not a guarantee that those relationships that you have had in the past will still be there as you raise your frequency. In the very first video on this channel, I talk about this journey could cost you everything. Everything. You see, because to know thyself means you have to do the work. And if there's anything that you're holding too tightly to, it will likely be stripped away. So that you have to look deeply within yourself to find what it is that you are fearful of, what it is that has you so tied up and bound by that thing. Now, relationships are best experienced when you hold them with an open hand. Everything in this illusionary dream state is best experienced when you hold it with an open hand. It means you're not grasping onto it. Now, when you grasp onto something, you can't add any more to it. The flow is stopped up and it gets stagnant and stale inside that grasp. You take a person or a relationship and you put it there where you're holding on to it. That person is feeling suffocated inside your grasp. They have no freedom. You've put them in a cage. You don't want to be caged. Why do you put them in a cage? Why do you choke their freedoms? Now, you're together by mutual consent, or you would not be together. And if either one of you chooses to move on or change the relationship, you see, each one is individually free to do that. Now, I'm going to talk about being involved with a soulless one. Okay? Because those are just programs. And if you're involved with a soulless program, they're programmed to suck life out of you, suck energy out of you. But if you are really holding tight onto them into where you feel like you have to have that relationship or you would die, or that you would even contemplate trying to end this game for yourself because you can't live without that person, well, I got news for you. You can't accomplish that, and you are in a really low frequency if you think that you can't live without something in this illusionary dream world game that we are in. You see, some of you, the best thing that could happen would be to be free of those relationships and to let go of them and be happy about letting go of them. Because you see, sometimes you have to get rid of the old to get new, to get a flow, to get better things for yourself. If you're simply satisfied and you're hanging on to or you're clinging on to something old that is comfortable and was part of your old script, and you are resisting moving out of your old script, your source self wants you to move along. And you're not quite ready to do those changes. You're not quite ready to let go of those people. If you, in a breakup situation, now, first I should say, if it's you that wants to move away from a relationship, you can just visualize that relationship just dissolving and both of you going your own ways with no hard feelings, nothing. It's just you're both moving on in your lives, and it can dissolve agreeably with no ill feelings or intentions on either party. You need to be able to let go easily. Not judge that other person. Not think ill or worse of them. I mean, that's their life. That's their choices. They don't want to include you anymore. Go on with your life and make it your best life yet. Because really, when these people want out of your life, whether they're source players or programs, it benefits you. It really benefits you. You can't see it now because you are too emotionally interlinked and involved. But it benefits you. Because those people don't really have a place in your life anymore because you are moving on and moving up. And they can't go where you're going. They can't go where you're going. And for you to hang on to those relationships will just keep you down and you won't be going anywhere. You're not going to be rising in frequency. If you're hanging on to those things for dear life and you can't live without that person, well, I got news for you. You are in the red zone. You're in the red zone. If you are clinging so tightly. That goes for anything and everything. That goes for digital bank account numbers. That goes for money. That goes for gold, silver, electronics, cell phones, computers, homes, cars, jobs, status, position, all of that stuff. It goes for everything. If you're not holding it with an open hand, then you will not succeed at experiencing your best life yet in this game. You see, because you have connected too strongly to it. You are really strongly connected. And that is going to hold you back. Now, does that mean you can't enjoy those things? No. Yes, you can enjoy those things. As long as your happiness and contentment in this life is not dependent upon them, you can enjoy them in your now day. Now, another thing about a relationship. If a relationship has ended and you are still obsessing on it, then that's a problem within you. It has nothing to do with the other person. It's within you, and you need to get to the root of that. Insecurity, that lack of source connection, because when you have a strong source connection, you recognize this game for what it is, and you see things clearly, and you can let go. Because it's an illusion. Yes, it hurts to have things ripped and torn away from your hands. But you see, it wouldn't have hurt so much. If you got your hand open, there is no ripping and tearing to get it out of your hands. And so it just goes. Neutrality. Neutrality. Yes, you can enjoy the company, the relationship, the experiences. But if you start trying to close, that person wants out, or it's time for that relationship to go, then there's going to be pain involved, because your tentacles, your holding on to that thing so tight, is going to be ripped open to get it out of your hands. You see, if you are struggling, then you are not whole and complete in yourself. You do not have a strong source self connection to who you are, what this experience is all about. And you're resisting the experience. You're resisting. You're looking for something outside of you to complete you, and that can never, ever, ever fulfill you. It's something outside of you. The only thing that can fulfill you and make you complete is within. It's you and your mindset. It's time to grow up and get a good, strong connection to your source, and stop crying over the past. You see, because the past is the past, and that removes you from your empowerment. Find something to enjoy in your now day and make this your best life yet. You can do this. I know you can. I know you can. If you have found the information that I share in these videos to be a benefit to you, then it benefits you to be a supporter of this work and say thank you for the energies that I have already put out there in these videos. You see, it's an energy exchange, and you get out of these videos what you put into them. It's a frequency issue within you. Abundance, health, and prosperity to you.